All right, guys, welcome to the live stream. The Bag Snatcher is back live. So I know the live stream says trading NASDAQ live every day, but today we have a surprise guest. It's freaking gold. Gold has been playing games, to say the least. So what I like to break down here real quick is look at gold on the 4-hour chart. I had called this in the Texas Heist chat that we're gonna see price from this C4 right here, deliver price lower to take out these lows right here. And it waited till Monday's opening price, or really Sunday's opening price, to deliver that lower price. So now what we have is price trading in this 4-hour loot zone. Expectations is that this drops price lower to finally take out these lows. So we'll see if gold wants to do that today. That's my expectation, especially based off of CPI dropping. It's one time it should drop, it should be now. That's what we're looking for there on gold. Um, Again, not the big fan of gold because it does play a lot of stupid games. So we're really going to keep our eyes on NASDAQ, even though it's all the way to the stratosphere right now. Just got to be patient. See price because anything we can play on. So we're going to be watching NASDAQ, watch the S&P 500. In the meantime, gold is running in the background. And please remember, I'm not enticing to take any trades. Anything you take on your own is yours. It's not financial advice. It's just me calling the markets, interacting with price, showing you guys how to do the Texas Heights. That simple. So that being said, we want to watch these lows right here on gold. Keep your eyes on that. I don't feel like babysitting this one because gold again plays too many games. Catch a heart attack trading this stuff. So just pop the entry, let it play out. It tends to play out more in the higher time frame. If it doesn't play out, It's only risk. Gotta manage your risk correctly to get to the millions. So for this right here, we're just gonna let it play out and see how it drops lower. Either drops lower or does not drop lower. In 15 minutes, we have 9:30 open price. So we're gonna check back then. In the meantime, let's analyze NASDAQ. It's my favorite pair. NASDAQ. So I think on NASDAQ, we're gonna see this thing jump higher. It's already moving higher, but I want to see it go all the way to 21,000 to about 300 or 350, call it that. So I think we have way more to go, as much as we've already made our way higher so far for the day. What do I think can happen at 9:30 opening price? Great question. Let's go on a daily chart. I don't think it's come all the way back down to fill this bottom imbalance. I think they gapped up higher. Remember, those people that are short here. And price opened on Monday up here and it ran higher. So it's obliterated these guys here. They haven't had a chance to even take something off the table if they're still holding their positions, right? So that being said, I don't think it's come back down that much. And that's why we've seen price go higher so far. But I do see us targeting these highs up here at 21,400. On a 4-hour chart, we have the C4 right here. The price has dropped into and it's taken off since then. Look on the 1-hour chart. It's been a one-way street. So I don't want to just join the trend. Even look on the 15 minutes, it's been so clean. Well, you appreciate details more on the 5-minute chart. Let's get a 5-minute chart. It's been very clean. Just moving higher, 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 higher. Now the question is, do they want to just wipe out this whole structure here? Because this is a lot of just constant movement higher. And at this point, you can't press a button. You already missed, the trade's already been missed, if anything. And that's the only reason why I'm looking at gold to begin with. Because NASDAQ is going higher. What does that mean? That means that NASDAQ's going higher. That means that what? Indices, people are taking their money and buying technology stocks because Trump, his administration, has decided to actually work something out with China. So that means that's a good sign for the economy. That being said, long-term investors are more, I guess the word is, it's more stable for them to invest in tech stocks now. So as much as they're fully invested in gold when all these tariffs are going on, now there's a shift. Now they see how this whole plan, which has been chaotic so far, or looked chaotic so far, has now has kind of turned this masterpiece to a degree. Because I was not happy with the stuff that Trump had going on, but now he created all the chaos and now brought it back to reality to a degree, where he's actually going to work something out with China. What that caused initially was investors to flood into gold. That's why we saw gold go to all-time highs. That's why I saw indices drop. But now the sentiment has kind of changed where they're seeing that he's willing to talk. They're seeing that countries are coming to the table to discuss. So if I'm an investor or a long-term investor, I can feel more comfortable investing in some of these tech stocks that have dropped in value for no reason, only for the fact that there's been this fear of tariffs. Now that fear is gone. Now they know there's going to be a deal likely coming. Now they know China's on the table because China has to be at the table. Um, we can start seeing these technology stocks go to all-time highs, right? And that's what we're seeing in NASDAQ pushing higher today, at least from a fundamental perspective. Now, from a technical perspective, we just got to wait. We can't be in a hurry to press any buttons today. Price already all the way high up in the sky. We'll let it play out. Maybe look at S&P 500, see if there's anything there. But we're really waiting for 9:30 opening price, which is going to give us that gap opening, and we see how we can interact with those gaps in price. Okay. 1 second, let me make sure there's not any other news today. Speaking of, let's watch gold where there's some action. All right, guys, see, look at that. Look at that movement lower on gold so far. Beautiful price action. If you look, we're looking from a higher time frame. The reason I'm even in this trade. Let's look at a 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart had this gap opening, boom, aggressively, and it kept on dropping. If they're to drop, if they're gonna drop something lower, there's no need to come back higher. So that leaves us with one area of traffic flow, which is lower. So on the 1 hour chart, all we've done is literally look at this right here. This is what we call a landmine. Price is respecting this landmine. Price gap lower, traded back to it. And now we're seeing price move away from that. Only appropriate place for gold to go is lower. Now, gold is the most heaviest manipulated market. So they sell a lot of traps, tricks, play a lot of games, but they do play a long-term game. And this is a clear market maker sell model where price has accumulated higher. Right? We had that run higher. Now we're having that run lower. Ideally, should end with a run below this pool of liquidity, which price came very close to it and stopped. So what has this done for us? It's created a vault right here. Nice little vault where you can cash out or cash in. So we're going to label that as a vault number 1. And then vault number 2 is really down here in this volume imbalance right on the daily chart. So we're going to see price wants to gravitate towards that. That's why I'm in this trade from a higher time frame perspective. And on top of that, CPI. You don't want to trade gold when there's no major news or nothing fundamentally going on. Right now, I believe the fundamentals are strong to cause a move in gold. Quite frankly, secretly, now publicly, I told myself I'm not going to trade gold again because it plays the most stupidest games on planet Earth. I know exactly what it's gonna do, but it likes to play around. So what we're gonna do is just keep monitoring gold here while Nasdaq it needs kind of cool off. Live trading. Okay. I got some of my bag runners calling me. They don't know that I'm live. What are you doing? Okay. We're seeing some rejection here. We're gonna let it play out. Where's Nasdaq? So Nasdaq again, just sitting up here. There's nothing to really do, guys. Just sit on our hands. Let's go to 1 hour chart again. Nothing to really do here. Literally, nothing to freaking do. Let's go Asian session. Let me give some insight. Where's Asia session? All the way over here. Dog food. All right. So, apologies. Had to feed my dog. He's hungry. Sorry for that interruption, guys. We're back. Okay. So, Asian session for Nasdaq. What has it done so far? We're gonna use 16 o'clock as a judgment here. So we're gonna start right here. 16 o'clock till this is 20 o'clock. So really just put in the box. Hmm. Speaking of which, I just gotta I'm just clicked real quick. I want to make sure. All right, so it's 16 o'clock, 20 o'clock, right? So we had this consolidation here on NASDAQ. This is an Asian session. So it's important to highlight that as well. And when you look at it, again, price has literally, I mean, I guess it's just above Asian session. So honestly speaking, this is good. If neither open drops, this is actually interesting because we're just fairly slightly above it. Again, I am thinking higher prices, but the fact that prices already ran higher so much, I'm not just gonna join the wave. I either just stay put or wait for a deeper retracement or for price around some liquidity. Right now, I cannot do nothing. If you look at US 30, US 30 has not made any higher highs. So the fact that we're slightly above Asian session is good. Now my question is, where's the pullback? There's gonna be a pullback. That's what I'm expecting. How deep does it go? It's a question. Maybe right here. I do like this fair value gap here because if you think about it as well, from a 50% level perspective, it's below 50%. So we're going to highlight that and just watch that level. Let's watch this. It's our loot zone. So if price can go there, that would be excellent. I wouldn't just still press the button, but I will be intrigued to watch what price does from there. You guys can see it's a paper trading account. So again, this is just not, don't press any buttons because you see me pressing buttons. Not a financial advice. All right, so let's see if price can drop here. On the 5 minute, what does that look like? Hmm. Let's see if there's anything I like here. So 3 minutes before that New York opening price. By the way, where did price close yesterday? So it kind of aligns with what I'm saying here. See how the new daily opening gap below is right there? So we're gonna really wash that level hard. I like to highlight it red when it's still, because it's for the current date. So I want to see when price drops lower in here, how does it reject and then go back above here? That will give us probably a push higher. So everything's aligning with what we're expecting so far. All right, 2 more minutes. Mhm. It would be better if we get an SMT. One of these things. Make sure. All right, let's watch this one. 10 seconds. So this is not their opening price. Nothing exciting so far. Nothing exciting. Nothing to write home about. So either either gives us our drop or just keeps on trading higher. And in the case it trades higher, we're not touching it. Let's go back to gold real quick, see where that stuff is at. So gold is still playing games as expected. Just a very silly market. Um, let's go to regular trading hours and kind of just map that out as well. So for sake of mapping out everything correctly here. Gold is giving us a push out. That's red. Okay. So, and this is what you see when you're trading. If you're just trading forex, you're not going to see these intricate price levels. You're just going to look at a chart that has nothing to do with opening gaps or real trading hours. So sometimes people get confused on electronic trading hours. They don't see these areas like act as support, real support, real resistance. You can see how price hits this level, rejects it. Now it's hitting this high, rejecting. So it's important to have those levels on your chart. Let's go back on NASDAQ. Gold again is one of those pairs where when it moves, it likes to play freaking games. So I'm just gonna keep we're gonna keep watching this. But let's go back to NASDAQ for a second. NASDAQ is making some runs. So NASDAQ is pushing higher still, not stopping. It hit this nice little volume imbalance here, and it is tearing off. I don't know. Part of me feels like this thing just keep going higher, and I just won't press the button. It's okay. No stress. And these markets just have to give us something. If they don't give us nothing, we can't do nothing about that. Again, when it's this high up, is it you ask yourself, is it reasonable to even trade this, to chase this? Now it did drop below 930 opening price. And I'm looking at lower time frames like the 15-second charts. It looks good. It looks good. But it's just too high up for me. And perhaps I'm passing on a huge opportunity here. So what we would like to see is gold drop lower here. I mean NASDAQ drop lower here. And then give us a boost higher. I think it's just a one-way street. I don't think it stops. I think it's a one-way street. It's a one-way street today, guys. I want to see this set of down close candles perhaps give us some support. Again, I'm not touching this. You gotta be okay with letting some trades go. And this is one of those. If it just keeps pushing, it's cool. But we know where it's headed. So look, it touched a down close candle. I mean, it's just moving with serious momentum. It is not stopping, guys. It is not stopping for nobody. Serious momentum on NASDAQ. It is not stopping. I don't think it's gonna stop. I don't think this is gonna stop. Wow. So for those that don't mind buying it high, which again, this is the case, it is gone. Right here. That was the entry for that push higher. it's gone. It might not ever come back. That's what this market feels. With experience, this just feels like it's gone. It's not coming back. But I still don't want to touch it. Because he'd be the one person once you get in. Hmm. The market decides to do something funny. We do have what you call SMT right here. Now that's like it's gone with the wind. I mean, it is out of there. Again, the entry is down here. This is what I was calling right here. But I'm just not gonna put money at risk for that. And where can we go? Is the question. I did call for 21. I mean, we can go all the way up here. One-way street. And that's exactly what's happening. One-way street. So risk 21 points to get 300. Not a bad deal. It's not gonna give a pullback, bro. It is not. All right, just took out these highs. Let's see. Let's see. It's time to give a pullback. It is now. Time for any significant pullback. It will be now. Let's go back to that 1 minute chart. Like if it's to give any sort of pullback. Just took out these highs right here. This thing's not pulling back. Hmm. How's the place to trade? Experience tell me this thing's gonna keep going, guys. We're just gonna join the wave. Fuck it. Pull the trigger. Unless I wouldn't do it. But experience tell me this is not gonna drop lower. I can just feel it. I can just feel it. I think it's going a one way run. Yeah. I don't think this thing wants to pull back at all. It is one-way street. Unless I wasn't gonna buy, but I mean, risk is risk. Again, this is not enticing to take a live trade. Don't do that. This is just me calling the markets. Don't press buttons because I press buttons. It's not financial advice. Can't lose your whole bank account. All right. That's my disclaimer. So Again, we're seeing price still just constantly push. I don't think it gives us a pullback. If it does, oh well, you know, then I'll shift gears. But the premise of me like decide, you know what, let me just join this wave. We do have SMT that took place down here. We did have price go below 930 opening price, then immediately reject. And if you look at that 15-second chart, the way it's delivering price looks nice. 1 minute chart, we had this nice little loot zone right here. That's also within this nice wick. So ideally, I don't want to see price go back below this wick here. This big old wick right here. I don't want to see price trade back below that. We just keep on pushing higher. So that's what we're trading right now. And you see price is giving us that easily. And then if we look at gold, gold is still doing its goddamn thing. So look at gold, guys. Told you guys gold as well. We want to see that drop. Gold is giving us that drop like we're expecting. Only in the Texas sites, all right? Trading live today with the bag snatch. Snatching bags this season. All right. So we're seeing NASDAQ still give us that push higher as expected. I think we're going straight. It might just be a straight shot to where's this level at right here? Hold on. I think it's gonna be a straight shot all the way. It's a big range if we get that right. I think it's a straight shot all the way to 21,350. I think we can get that. I don't think that's too much to ask for. All right, so we're gonna put our take profit right here. See if we can get that today. So again, it's a 1 to what's the risk reward? 1 to 5, 1 to 6, something like that. So a decent risk reward. Now, if we start breaking down lower, then that's a different story. Because again, remember I told you guys I don't want to see price go back below this long wick right here. I don't want to see price start trading back below that. That would be problematic for price to continue going higher. Just a heads up, I think there might be a fire drill in my apartment today. If that happens, unfortunately, I have to get off the live. Let me start pushing it. The longer it takes, the less I like it. Mm-hmm. Where's my mouse? Yep. Hmm? The longer it takes up there, the less I like it. Good thing we have our stop loss in place, so that's cool. Ideally, this should support price. Alrighty. So we see price tap back into that loot zone. We see immediate reaction. That's what we want to see. Now we want to see it push higher. I don't want to spend too much time at these highs. Just need to move away. The more time it spends, the less excited I am about to move. Because again, the reason I haven't gotten to trade, it just seems like a runaway train. So if it starts just consolidating or something of that nature, we might be in for a deeper retracement to then give us the ability to go higher later. That's how I'm internalizing everything right now. Mind you, keep in mind, US 30 did not make a higher high. So I'm watching all of that. We're seeing some pullback on gold here, I think. We'll go for a second. No, not really. So gold is still pushing. That's good. Keep eyes on NASDAQ here. Spending a lot of time here. More time it spends there, the less excited I am about the move. But I think the damage was done down here. And then giving us that momentum higher. So two things. Either keeps pushing from here or it gives us a deeper pullback to still take trades higher. Hmm. Markets are so funny. Tell myself I'm not gonna touch price. Then once you touch it, boom, it starts playing around with you, huh? Yeah, I'm just letting experience play its part. This is not even like this is beyond like technical, which is like typically buying below opening price. This is more because I've had this unction before. I've seen this happen before where price just went on a one way street, and I feel like the same thing is about to happen today. Now, whether it's right or wrong, we're gonna find out. At the end of the day, it's about just assuming your risk. You take your risk, and that's it. The trade loses, it loses. That's part of the game. No business, every business has a loss, right? You can't be running a heist and expect no casualties. We do preach zero casualties here, but at the same time, sometimes it might be casualties of war. But so far, we're good today. Zero casualties. What I would like to see is US 30 find its ground soon and start pushing higher because that's not ran out its current intraday highs. Playing games. S&P 500 needs to pick up the pace here too. NASDAQ's leaned away, but I want to see the other ones pick up that pace. Because if not, what we could see, if price is to, let's just say, let's go on a 2 minute chart, actually, real quick. See if there's anything there that I like. Yeah, I mean, price can easily just find its way lower if it wants to. Especially if it doesn't affect that. If it doesn't respect that 1 minute loot zone, it can easily do that. 3 minute chart, we do have this loot zone here on a 3 minute chart. So again, it's really watching this wick here, how we react within this wick. That's really the main thing overall. So that's what I'm really watching. This nice little wick right here. How does price interact with that? That's what I'm watching. So let's keep that in mind overall. So even if this does decide to trade outside this loop zone, understand we're really watching this wick from the body from this low to the high of this wick. So if I was draw that out real quick, really watching how price is interacting with the 50. You see the 50% of this level is at 21.04850. So let's just draw that out real quick. The midpoint of that wick is 21.048.50. Cool. So let's do this real quick. Consequent encroachment, which just means the midpoint. Um, it is gone with the wind. Again, this is experience talking. This isn't all the way technical. This one's experience. You guys heard me say I'm not gonna get in the trade, but I looked at it and it could easily give us a one-way street higher. I could see that happening. So this consequent question of that wick. I guess this is the technical part of it. This is the midpoint of that wick. Why is it so bold? You don't want that. Let's make it a 1x. See, it's a one-way street. I told you guys. Price is moving. Let's make it a 2x so you can see that clearly. And we're going to keep it on this interval only. Bam. All right. Now let's get this out of the way since it's pushing higher. I'm going to delete this. All right, guys. So look how beautiful price is moving, guys. I mean, it's beautiful trading day. Again, want to see this go way higher. We're still not seeing the follow through on on US 30. S&P is getting there. S&P is getting there. US 30 needs to pick up the goddamn pace. It ain't dropping lower, but it ain't pushing higher. Which does leave momentum for NASDAQ to go higher, but I would love to see US 30 also take off. I just like seeing all them moving in synchronization. Right now, we're only seeing NASDAQ take off live, trading with the Texas Heist. Again, if you're not in the chat, if you're not in the group chat, right? What we're doing in Texas Heist, especially if you're local in Houston, we want to create a community of traders. We want people to get together in person. Trading can get lonely. So we want accountability partners, right? We want people that can hold you accountable, people that are actually, killing the markets, teaching you how to trade. 'Cause I know when I first started trading, I didn't have a community like that. The one I had was IML, and they were just worried about you recruiting people. I don't care about recruiting people, right? I just want you to join the group, learn how to trade, get the experience, get the knowledge. Again, it's all free right now. I'm doing this live on YouTube. You're seeing me call the trades live. Again, this is not financial advice. Right now, you can see it's a paper trade account for this one. But if you get the knowledge, you decide what you want to do with it. I'm never going to tell you when to place money on a live trade. But at the same time, if you see what's happening, if you see that we're able to call the price beforehand, give you exactly where the price is going to hit and then turn around, you decide what that means for you. So join the Texas Heist. It should be in the bio, link in the bio. Join the Texas Heist, calling it live every single day, every single time. If you go check the last 5 live streams, I haven't missed a single call. Okay? So we're trading with the bag snatcher. You know what time it is. Join the goddamn group. All right. Now, price is still moving higher. Again, I would just sit back and chill. If you look at gold, let's just see if gold is actually still moving in direction. Gold is doing exactly what we expect to do as well. So what I want to see gold do is take out these lows. As gold is dropping lower, NASDAQ should keep on pushing higher, ideally. Okay, so let's just keep this in view and see if we keep on moving higher here on NASDAQ. We're already getting that push. I'm really intrigued to see it. I would like to see it go to 21,300. That would be nice to see it happen today while we're alive. I don't know if it's going to happen while we're alive. It might happen later. Who knows? But I want to see it to be a one-way street. Just a one-way street. No need for pullbacks. Just keep pushing higher. That's what we want to see. So at this point, some folks might be able to take partials, right? Some people, um, again, just a run from here to here. Nice 40 points. That's a good trade. If you have one contract in, that's $800. But we're expecting a 300-point move. So let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we do some measuring here. What can I measure that can give us some type of potential direction? Let's measure Asian session. Let's just see. We'll take Asian session right here and measure where the hell we can go. Right? That takes us at 21,133. So let's just see if we get there first. That's one standard deviation. And then we got 21,200. That's another one. And then we eventually have Tono down 339. Again, guys, one way streets. This is all experience. Less technicals on this one. What happens when you've been doing it for years? Easy money. Again, at this point, depending on your comfort level, partials is cool. I think there's a clear way higher. Let's see. But right now, you could take partials. You could reduce your risk and let the trade just keep on playing out. And then make the trade risk free. At this point, you deployed your capital. You're running a heist with zero casualties. Smooth. It's a clean, 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 clean bank heist this morning. NASDAQ. That's why I like NASDAQ. It's so liquid. All these other pairs like gold. Let's just see again. Let's keep on watching what gold is doing. If it's still playing games with us. I mean, it's moving, but is it moving? Okay, gold is pushing. So they're both pushing today. You know, this is CPI based off CPI news. So CPI was released today. Typically, when that happens, it should be a volatile day. So you want that volatility to take place. As a trader, you want to see news events because when news events are there, that tells you there's going to be injection of liquidity. All right, at the end of the day, the banks control the markets. They run the shits. To keep it simple, um, everyone thinks that the market is a free market, but the question is who creates currencies? It's the bank. Now let me ask you a question: who creates? Let's just say you own the shop, right? And you make cups. Who creates the cup? You. Great. Who's gonna set the price on the cup? You. It's that simple. So same thing with the banks. The banks create the currencies. They're gonna set the price on currencies. It doesn't matter. They're not gonna let you just control the freaking market. It's not a free trading market. It's not a, you know, it's not a free world. They might let the price fluctuate in a certain range. Same way if you were to create your own cup. You might want to sell it for let's say $100, but you might be willing to let it fluctuate between $80 to $100 on any given day. It's the same way with the markets. They're gonna let the currencies fluctuate, but it's not gonna go outside that range. So understand markets aren't controlled; they're ran by an algorithm that just delivers price, and we're seeing it deliver price today higher. I mean, look at how smooth these markets have been moving. Every single down close candle. We have down close candles here. Price goes higher, trades into that, goes higher. I mean, every single down close candle. I mean, you do it yourself, right? Watch yourself. What is price doing each time it goes to down close candle? It's pushing higher. Okay. So that's what we can keep on expecting here. Nothing has changed. We're going to the New York session. What happens? Price drops lower just one time, but it creates what's called SMT, meaning it ran lower like that, but we didn't see the same lows ran on the S&P 500. Okay, which can create, which shows there's accumulation, institutional accumulation. You want to see that take place, and then now we see price pushing higher. So now we just watch. Now we just watch. And then we're also on gold. Gold is still giving us a nice, nice, nice delivery. And I really want to see gold take out these lows, and especially these lows, because it it played games 2 weeks ago, and it's coming back for those lows. Let's go back to NASDAQ, see if it's giving us that delivery still. Uh-huh. Look at the 4 hour chart, see if there's anything that can stop us from going higher here. All right, so we're gonna watch. Let's look at the 4 hour chart. See if there's anything that could be in the way. He's running a heist, so I want to make sure you still watching the back door because you never know. So I might have hit a silent alarm, trigger some. Let's see if there's anything in the way. Nope, I don't see nothing. I'm gonna draw this out real quick. NASDAQ. It's a good day to get some paper. Experience. I could have been here on this live and then not press a button, and y'all gotta be like, this guy just let price run past him. And that happens. That could happen, but again, experience, man. Experience, experience, experience. That's all it is. Okay. There's even something right here that I like. Let's see. Settings. Text. Blue zone high. Let's go back to that 5 minute chart, guys. Mm. Just pushing. Where's the loop zone I highlighted? See it. Like, did something. Earns go below. Beautiful price action, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful price action. Okay, S&P 500 is picking up the pace. That's good. So I think we're halfway there. Yeah, halfway, halfway there. Let's get to 21,150. In fact, this is a good place to take partials off the table if I'm being realistic. Why? Because we've reached one standard deviation of Asian session. So there's nothing wrong with taking something off the table here. But it's just a one-way street. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. Take something off the table here. Let's do partial close. I'm just gonna sell one. Just put some in the bag. Partial close here. 2. 0.3. Take something off the table here too. Yes, sir. All right, so we took something off the table. At this point, we're risk free in this trade. If it wants to pull all the way back, it is what it is. But again, you guys seen me call this trade live. as I always do. If you look at gold, what is gold doing? Look at gold with a little pullback. Gold, 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 gold. You know what? With gold, I don't want to see it anything silly, so we're going to even reduce our risk all the way back here. Okay. So it still looks good. It still looks good. Look at a 5 minute chart. Let's see what looks like there. It still looks good overall. On gold. NASDAQ still delivering higher, guys. I got y'all. Don't worry. We're gonna get back to NASDAQ, but both of these are delivering as expected. So gold is looking good. At this point, this should also be risk free. But what I'm gonna do here is set an alert. If it starts doing something silly, like maybe start trying to trade above these highs, that could be problematic. Let's go back to NASDAQ and see what's happened there, because NASDAQ is giving us what we like to see. Look at NASDAQ still pushing. Clockwork. Clockwork. If you learned something today, drop a fire in the chat. Okay, let me see some. Drop a fire in the chat. Drop a fire emoji in the chat. I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that. Beautiful trade today on NASDAQ. Only at the Texas Heist. If you ain't here, you sleep. Only at the Texas Heist. Where Robin Banks, zero triggers, zero captures. Now, if you want to dream with me real quick, imagine we have, let's just say, people say they retire at 65. So imagine you're in your 20s, 18, 30s, and you decide to pour into this for those 30 plus years. You have this type of knowledge, ability to wake up in the morning. You need to pay a bill or something. You just go in the market and pop a trade. Imagine where that takes you over time. So again, it's a skill set. It's a skill set that's worth learning. All right. So, guys, so imagine, right? 30 years, 20 years, 15 years of just doing the same thing. How much better can you get? Right? How much are you going to be able to extract from these markets over time? It's up to you to decide how you want to use those skill sets. Again, if you look at every single live stream I've done, I have not been wrong calling the markets at all. The hardest thing about trading is managing your psychology. That's the hardest thing. Understand what price is going to do is easy. If you can manage your psychology, manage your risk, it's golden. That's what stops traders from getting to the top. Is how do you manage your risk? That's the biggest difference. Okay. So the better you can manage your risk, the more you manage your risk, the better. Right? And you might be better at doing that than a lot of people. And that's good. You know? So we're getting some pullback here on NASDAQ. This could be a nastier one. Let me just close out one more real quick before we do one more position just because. No need to ride that wave up and barely close anything out now. We ain't doing that. Let's see what gold is doing. I feel like gold's pulling back aggressively, as expected. I hate trading this pair. I really do. Gold always has something stupid to do. It's still playing out, but I just don't like gold. It's always doing something that it just it doesn't go straight to its targets for some reason. It's so manipulated, crazy manipulated. You see how we just called Nasdaq easily and went straight to its targets. Gold likes these stupid games. So what I like seeing gold, if it's even to pull back. I don't want to see it trade beyond here. So in reality, I'm gonna even put a stop loss closer, right there. That's what we're watching while gold is being silly. Okay. So again, the Nasdaq. Who doesn't like it? If you ain't trade indices, you are asleep. Understand, right now, with this Trump economy, you have to play the cards. He's messing with businesses. What is gonna be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? What are you gonna see the echoes of or the vibrations of? You're gonna see a lot of movement in the markets because Trump is a business guy. That means he's gonna keep on affecting equities. Whatever he says is gonna constantly affect equity stocks. I don't even trade stocks, but now I think about it, I need to get into stocks now. I mean, this is technically trading stocks, but talking about options. Because this guy's a business guy. He might just talk about a certain industry. He might just be about the auto industry, right? And you see prices of certain stocks skyrocket. He recently spoke about pharmaceuticals, which is a good thing he did. Those stocks might just drop, right? I haven't even looked at what they're doing. Like the likes of J&J and I think Lilly. I don't know if you want to even take a look at them right now while we're watching NASDAQ to deliver its delivery. I don't want to do all that. Let's look at this real quick. Crypto is doing its thing. Um, okay. Let's just keep an eye on Nasdaq. Let's just keep watching Nasdaq, guys. S&P 500 is delivering. US 30 is shit. That's why I don't trade US 30. It is not moving. Sorry for my US 30 traders out there. No, my boy Professor Liquidity. He loves US 30. It's called 30-30 for a reason. It's dirty. Trade the NASDAQ where it's clean. NASDAQ. Constantly delivering prices. Okay. Now we're what, 60% close to our target here? We got our targets all the way up here. All the way up there. Way up there. I'm like, when are you gonna move your stop loss? You're gonna move your stop loss and profit. Because the markets could just swing lower and then go right to your entry. That shit is not happening. Look at it. Mm-hmm. NASDAQ. This is my favorite pair. I took a time off of NASDAQ when Trump started, talking about tariffs. That was a bad idea. When I start trading gold. Gold is so manipulated. Like fucking manipulated. Shit can give you a headache. Trading that crap. Now we're back on NASDAQ where it delivers so smoothly. Literally. Okay, if we want to, we can peel something off here as well. Nothing wrong with that either. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Who's gonna manage? Nobody. Let's see. Yeah, we can peel some off. Let me kind of draw this. Something I didn't draw it here. We might be in a daily. Let me draw this out before it's too late. I need to hurry up. this could actually cause. Oh yeah, we just tapped into area. So it's a daily fair value gap we just tapped into. So definitely want to take something off the table there. Because they might decide to deliver this on a different day. But let's go ahead and sell this real quick. Put some on the table there. So again, we're risk free on this one. And what I'm now gonna do is move the stop loss here. I really want to move it all the way up here. Look, I'm trading live. Market makers. Don't go snatching my stop loss just because you see me move my shit high. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's just going, guys. Again, experience, experience, experience. It's like I'm living in the future. It's like we run these heights, already mapped the whole shit out. Futuristic. When I first started trading, I had zero capabilities of doing this. Zero. One second, guys. All right, guys. Look, let me. I'm gonna need a little second here, okay? But again, you guys already see what Price is doing. Everything called to the T beforehand. Zero fucking casualties. Okay, zero. Now, gold wants to be a hero. Not a fan. NASDAQ is still pushing higher and higher and higher. Down here, I was mentioning how, look, I wasn't trying to buy unless we were below midnight opening price. I typically like that. But sometimes you gotta know when to break your rules, and that is experience. Price ran a little bit lower, below 930 opening price, gave us an SMT, meaning NASDAQ ran its lows down here. We did not see the same thing happen on S&P 500. Okay, then price kept on gravitating higher, right? And with experience, I just felt the market. I knew the market's like to keep on going higher because, again, there's a lot of good news happening fundamentally. So a lot of people are just trying to buy and get into these markets before they go to all-time highs. I'm not saying that's what we're headed to right now, but I'm just saying overall, off of good news, people want to get in there, right? So big money too, not us. The big money. They want to get in there and be positioned. So price just has kept on going higher with no stopping. And again, if you even look here on the 5 minute chart, we had a volume imbalance. And I highlight this right here, but right here, there's a nice separation there. Price trade into that, create an SMT, and then push higher. So this has been a nice trading day so far. We've taken partials off the table. It doesn't even fucking matter what price does from here. We have our stop losses in profit. At this point, we're just trying to ride this up to potentially 21,300. We'll see if we get there. Or 21,300. We're at 21,200. We're at 80% there or 70% there, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to keep watching this. If price retraces back, again, we have our getaway vehicle in place. Who gives a... Yeah, you got that. So, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, something happened. It must be gold doing something stupid. I just got an alert. Oh, look at gold being stupid. What's new? All right. Anyways, guys, let me go to the most silliest thing on planet Earth. I'm not gonna let this take give me a loss today. We're not taking any casualties. We're gonna put a stop loss of profit. I don't even care. Gold is just hilarious. I never seen nothing like gold. Um, it's so silly. Let me just do this real quick. It's so silly. 3251.4. So silly. This is why gold. I told you guys this is the most manipulated market on planet Earth. Like if you're putting your freaking eggs in one basket, don't let it be gold. This shit is trash. Okay, I'm gonna close out here. Yep. In fact, I'm just gonna close out gold because gold is that one. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's go back to NASDAQ. I don't even care about gold. If it hits my knocks me out. This is exactly why I said do not trade gold. It's so trash. So fucking trash. Okay. I'll be right back. Guys, this is why I do not trade fucking gold. Shit coin. Now, it's just a shit coin. So if you don't waste your time trading that crap, look at it real quick, guys. Ain't doing nothing. Nate Daniel. It's just a shit coin, bro. But no, gold is a fucking shit coin, guys. So again, we're just gonna keep on watching NASDAQ. I have to go make a stop real quick somewhere. Um, so at this point, I've already done my job. You guys see me call the market. You guys see me call the market. Um, call NASDAQ from beginning to the end. Clear straight path, run higher to 21,200. We're still expecting price to potentially go to 21,300, which is all the way up here, 21,350. So we'll see if we get that, guys. But apart from that, really, there's really nothing to do. I might even just close this one out, but I'm just gonna let price do what it do. So for now, I'm just gonna be on mute for the most part. I need to go real quick, go make a little quick run to the gas station. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to do that real quick, and then yeah. So again, if you're not in the Texas heists, running heists with the gang, you're solo dolo, you might just get shot. You need someone to be the lookout. You need a getaway driver. You need the nigga that's you need a master planner. Excuse my language. I am black, but you need a master planner. All right, you need a mastermind. So join the Texas heist and become a high-profile bank robber, where we run heists with zero casualties, zero triggers, where we snatch bags with the bag snatcher. So let's just keep watching this price. I'll let you guys keep watching price. If it hits my stop loss, at that point, I'll be out anyways. So again, follow the page. Just follow the page. Subscribe. What are you doing? Subscribe, man. You watching this and you're not clicking the button, subscribe. Stop playing games with yourself. We're going live every single day. Close enough, but every single day. So tap in, lock in. All right, y'all. I'm closing out. I got a run to make. You know, when you're running heists, sometimes it might not even be the police that come through. You see what I'm saying? All right, guys. We're gonna be out of here because something going on. And I'll talk to you guys next time. At the Texas Heist. Follow the page, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Talk to you next time.